What else is going on? Virus origins, internet queries, and satellite images of Wuhan suggest the coronavirus outbreak might have started much earlier than previously thought, according to research from Harvard Medical School. The study found that increased hospital traffic and symptom search data in Wuhan preceded the documented start of the SARS-CoV-2 pandemic in December 2019. For instance, researchers noted an increase in hospital occupancy measured by parking lot volume and online searches for cough and diarrhea in August 2019. China has dismissed the study as incredibly ridiculous. Moscow's next phase, the Russian capital, is ending the lockdown that has been in place for more than 2 months. Today, residents are again allowed to walk and use public transport without restrictions. Cafes and restaurants will open outdoor terraces from 16th June. The number of new daily cases in Moscow has decreased from a peak of more than 6,000, but there are still around 2,000 new cases reported every day. Job cuts roundup. Yesterday we told you about drastic layoffs at Bentley and Bombardier Aviation. Today we bring you an updated list of companies in Europe making job cuts either due to or in part because of the health crisis. The EU's unemployment rate rose to 6.6% in April from a 12-year low of 6.4% the previous month, according to Eurostat. The other pandemic in normal times, 1 in 3 women are reported to suffer violent abuse from a partner, ex-partner or family member. On average, 100 women in the world are killed every day by someone they know. Confinement is believed to have made matters even worse, with some countries reporting that abuse has risen by a third since the outbreak began. In the latest episode of Unreported Europe, Monica Pin examines the scourge of domestic violence in times of coronavirus. PR backlash. Two tobacco titans have hit back at allegations they are using the COVID-19 health crisis to improve their public image and win access to politicians. Philip Morris International and Imperial Tobacco have recently made donations, including respirators, to hospitals and humanitarian organizations in Greece, Romania, and Ukraine. Critics say it is part of a PR effort to lobby governments to loosen tobacco regulation. Bloody Insights. A joint German-British study has discovered 27 biomarkers in the blood of people infected with COVID-19 that could help us understand why symptoms vary so dramatically across patients and predict how ill a person might become. The findings could also improve drug research and how doctors prescribe treatment. Art is back. Two of Europe's greatest art attractions have reopened their doors to visitors, but with strict social distancing measures and attendance limits in place. One is in Madrid, the other outside of Paris. Both shine with a regal splendor. Can you guess? Stat of the day. Research by Imperial College London estimates that 3.2 million people would have died by 4th May if not for measures such as closing businesses and telling people to stay at home. That means lockdown saved around 3.1 million lives, including 470,000 in the United Kingdom, 690,000 in France, and 630,000 in Italy. Another study argues global lockdowns had saved more lives in a shorter period of time than ever before. In and out of lockdown and then back in. With no vaccine yet available for COVID-19, the main approach to controlling the pandemic has so far relied on keeping people apart through lockdowns and social distancing. These drastic measures have flattened the curve of infections and limited the death toll, but they've brought enormous economic strain, particularly for low-income countries. A team of experts is looking at alternatives for these countries that would basically involve going in and out of lockdown. When you have something unprecedented, like COVID, you will have to come up with unusual solutions.